And I think one of the key things, was towards the end when we were, everybody in the audience, city council people were given one identifying little circle button that they could attach to the different goals that were set up. And then the non-city council members had the same, type of little circles that they could attach to the goals that were listed up in the front of the room. And it came out overwhelmingly. Number one was the Highway 20 project, and included in this was the consideration of annexation. We need to be, moving forward on that. So that was the number one priority that not only the city council but the people at large agreed upon. Second thing was dollars for going for street improvements, and the third one was for TIF. Now, TIF stands for what? Tax incentive income funding. And we've talked about that, but that was one of the priorities that people thought was really, something to move forward on. We've talked about it, some in the past, and I think that's certainly something that we should look into. And one thing he did mention was, seek professional help when you go about doing this. And a couple of things that we've kind of known. TIF districts don't necessarily have to be in one particular part of the city, or there can be several TIF districts within the city, and certainly the whole city does not have to be a TIF district. So I think we should seriously look at that. And in closing, he said, one of the things that you really need to do is, okay, when you establish your goals, make a plan to review those goals periodically, because we can make them, we should actually probably set up let's say a 6-month or a 3-month reminder, come back and look at them, because it's so easy. The further something gets away from us, the more likely it is that we'll just put it on the back burner and really not address those concerns. And the fact that it was not just, it'd been nice to have more people there, but on the other hand, there was a good cross-section of the community. It kind of gave us a direction and reaffirmation of, yeah, they do want us to move in some directions. And if we can get that publicly in front of the community, kind of, remind everybody that this was what was wanted. It's not just the city council acting on our own. I know I'm always, a little bit hesitant to, move forward on something like annexation. It's not going to be a popular thing. You mentioned that it can be voluntary or involuntary. Certainly without any other backing, I'm hesitant to move forward. But after this meeting, I felt more comfortable, in addressing some of those issues going forward. Kind of like you folks' input as well, the other council members.
Well, I'd like to reiterate something. I guess I had a different take on that personal bill than you did.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it said planning. It didn't say annexation.
Okay. And I asked at one point, I said, does that include annexation? And the comment to that was, I think, yes, I misunderstood. I understood that.
As an option.
As an option.
As
It was an option, but
okay.
it was not included as a specific goal.
Okay. Right.
That's why I put that red dot on it, because it wasn't listed as annexation.
Okay.
As a specific goal.
Mm-hmm. Good. Thanks for the clarification.
Okay.